Okay, for our next menu, it's going to be very simple, but a bit long. Why I say a bit long? Because I'm going to make banana with caramel sauce. Now, to make the caramel will take a minimum of 2 hours. Yes, 2 hours. So actually, the caramel is known in Argentina as dulce de leche. So actually, it's condensed milk that it's being caramelized. There are many ways to make this, but I'm going to use the double broiler, and I will show it to you later. And of course, since it's banana with caramel sauce, so we are going to have bananas, of course, any kind of bananas you have at home. And since I'm the type of person who, when I eat, I like to have something with different texture. So I want to have something that where there's this crunchiness. So I have nuts with me, and I have with me today walnuts, but you can use any kind of nuts that you like. You could use peanuts, you could use almonds, but I like this specifically. And my friend says, if you want to be smart, eat something that looks like your brain. Like this one. But this is really too good. Anyway, now I'm going to show you on how to make the dulce de leche. So what you do is you have a pot here, which I filled with water, and then you put something on top of it. You could use any other pots or pans that you have, but I'm using this bowl, and I'm going to pour this here. Just pour it, this condensed milk, like this. And then you just cover it with aluminum foil. Now, but you have to check every 30 minutes and just stir the condensed milk every 30 minutes. That's what I do. And make sure that you will still have enough water so you don't burn the pot. I know that there are various ways to make this dulce de leche, and my friend says the easiest way is to use a slow cooker and you just leave your condensed milk, but you have to leave it about 10 to 12 hours. So this is how it looks after 2 hours. Well, that was more than 2 hours actually. See, the color has changed. Now, I'm going to use this caramel sauce as a topping for this banana. I'm just going to pan fry this banana. You can use any kind of banana that you have. And I'm going to pan fry it with butter. And before that, I will put a little bit of oil. Just spray it. You could put a bit, you could put a little plenty, it's up to you. Or if you don't have any butter, margarine is also okay. Whatever you have in your fridge, just use it. Just wait until it melts. Put this banana over here. And again, you can use any types of banana. We have like so many variants of banana here in Indonesia. But I think this is the one that there's a lot in the supermarket. I think it's Cavendish or something. But usually a nice variant to make this pan fried is kapok. They're sort of short and they're sort of a flat in the shape. That's a pretty good one too. And it's not too big. And you can use that as well. See this nice shape when there's already something kind of like a brownish color? That's a perfect one. This, not so much. I think that should be enough. And move the bananas into a plate. And this is the caramel that I have put in a jar. And if you feel that it's too thick, you could always add a little bit of evaporated milk or milk, just so it won't be too thick. Now this dulce de leche you could use for any toppings, maybe for ice cream or anything. So anyway, so I'm going to add walnuts, which I'm going to chop. Okay, you just sprinkle it on top like so. And to have a sense of that sea salt caramel, just sprinkle a bit of sea salt. And here you go. This is pan-fried banana with caramel sauce and with walnuts. So happy iftar and have a blessed Ramadan. Hi, how are you? And welcome to my kitchen, Letta's Kitchen. Okay, so one of the things that people are keen when it comes to Ramadan is what to eat for breakfasting or during iftar. And usually we want something that is refreshing, it's sweet, and something that can cool and soothe your throat. So for today, I'm going to share with you a recipe which is a family favorite and most of the Indonesian love it. And we call it sop buah. Actually, it's lots of fruits, and then there's with sweetened milk. So it's very, very easy, and there's like tons and tons of fruits. And of course, there's going to be jelly. So we have here grapes, apples, we have strawberry, and this is my personal favorite. This is mandarin orange, and I also love what we call leche. I love, which is called the nata de coco. It's basically from coconut. Okay, first of all, I'm going to make the jelly first. So we have the jelly powder here. And also, I'm going to use sugar since I don't really like that sweet, so I think about 50 grams is enough. And then you just add water. The water should be about 700, so if you don't have a metric cup, it's about 3 glasses of water. Turn on the stove. Now, it's up to you what kind of jelly powder that you like to use, but I personally just like the plain ones. Okay, so this is almost about to boil, so we'll wait for a few more, maybe seconds. You can make this. Or if you don't have time is in your hands, you could always buy the store-bought jellies. You know, like, I don't know in your hometown, but in my hometown, there's a place where you could buy all these jellies with all sorts of shapes and sizes, and it comes with all different kind of colors. And I know that kids would love that. So maybe, you know, if you're not the type, you know, who want to make your own, you could always buy them. Well, it has come to a boil, so I'm going to turn the stove off. Just wait for it for a while until it cools off, and just wait until it's all set. All right, now that we are done with the jelly, I am going to go forward and making the soup. So the soup is actually milk-based. So what I'm going to use is sugar, because it has to be sweet, cream, and we put milk. I have milk here with me, and I'm going to mix it with water. Now the water is the same amount as the milk. So this type of dish or refreshment, you would say, is one of the most favorite during Ramadan. And you know why? There are a lot of street vendors popping up just to sell these during Ramadan. And you can make it yourself. But if you have something else to do, you could just put the whisk down and let it boil for maybe, say, about 5 minutes. But use a timer, don't forget. Okay, so it has come to a boil, so I just turn off the stove and put it aside and just let it cool. Let it cool so all the smokes doesn't come out anymore from the pot. Now that it's done, we are going to prepare the fruits. Just cut a few ones. There are a few that I haven't cut, like the apples. So this is what I'm going to do first, which is cutting the apples. But I'm going to core it first because now, see the core? Ta-da! All right, those are the apples. Now I'm going to use the strawberry. Now the strawberries, I am just going to cut this part. And the grapes, I'm going to use some grapes as well. Now same like the strawberries, I'm also going to cut these, the oranges. These are one of my favorite oranges. They're nice. I'm going to put on some of the lychee here. This is also store-bought. And nata de coco. And of course, the jelly. So, well, there are ways to put the jelly here. You could either just simply cut them into cubes, or like what I did, is shred them using a shredder. So it becomes like this. So I'm gonna put this jelly now here. What I like about this jelly, it's, you know, it just cools down and it slides down your throat. Can you imagine? And of course, the ice. So I'm gonna put some ice here because it's really nice to have it. So this is the soup that I've made earlier, and this is have been chilled. And let's just pour it into the bowl. And last touch, just mix it. There you go. Fruity fruit for iftar.